I'm Sophia. I'm the manager of the Component Production Lab, and I graduated from UCSD with my degree in general biology. I started here in May of 2009, and I was hired in as a lab tech. And over the years, I just sort of progressed. I eventually became a team lead, a supervisor, assistant manager, and then I took over as manager of this department about 4 years ago. What we do in here is everything that's drawn at our collection sites, on our mobile drives, that comes back to our lab first. We do all the intaking in the computer system. We do initial inspections to make sure all the blood products look normal. And we do all the manufacturing. So what a lot of people don't realize is that there's a lot of steps that happen in between, collection and distribution to a hospital. And that's what we do in collaboration with our other labs is we do all those steps in between. We do all the manufacturing steps, which means we break the blood down into different components. We make sure all the testing's been done. We make sure that it's safe before it gets out to our hospitals. We can process anywhere from 200 to 450 units of blood a day. So they're working till the wee hours of the morning trying to get all this blood processed. A lot of the blood has time constraints that they're working against, so you have to freeze plasma within 8 hours or 24 hours. So there's a lot of time constraints that we have to keep in mind when we're processing. I played soccer my whole life, so I started when I was probably 7 years old and I stopped playing in college. When you're on a team, you learn obviously teamwork. I was a captain on my soccer team, so you learn how to sort of delegate responsibility. At that point, you learn dedication. You have to make it to practice every time there is a practice. If you miss practice, there's consequences. You don't get to play, you don't get to start. So you learn all those types of things early on in life. So that's, when I was playing, I was just playing because I enjoyed it and it was fun. But looking back at it now, I can see that I did learn all these important life skills while I was playing. I did do the Half Dome hike in Yosemite, which was very challenging. You have to have permits to do it. It took us 10 hours. It was a round trip. It's, I think, 16 miles and a 4,800 or 4,300 elevation change. I was very proud of myself. That was the most challenging thing I've ever done, and it was a really big fear that I conquered. And that was my first camping trip that I had ever been on too. So I conquered 2 fears in one trip. It was pretty cool.